Okay, guys, good afternoon, guys. So today I'm going to be breaking down a trade on Crash500 analysis that was posted on my Facebook page on the 11th of October, and right here is the sorry about that. All right, so this is it right here. When it played out, and this was where it tapped. Okay, and was targeting right here. So this is the right now where it tapped, and this is where it is right now, a perfect swing trade. So now I'm going to break down analysis, and you know how I do my analysis. First of all, have my directional barriers from a higher time frame, and this is it on the 24 hours, and that is the daily time frame. Okay, so the first thing first is when you zoom out, you will know that Crash500 has been an overall bearish trend. Even though you are not seeing a like lower lows and lower high, you know that this is a downtrend. All right, it is bearish, and at this point we entered a ranging market. All right, we entered the ranging market right here, and if you could actually look closely, you can see that we had an area of buy side liquidity pool right here, area of resistance, and then we are now having though this wasn't here before, so we are having this right here as our area of sell side liquidity pool, which indicates that there are stops resting below this low. So this wasn't here before. All right, so now what I do notice right here is after seeing the bearish market, I noticed that we had a hunt on areas where we're having stops. We hunted areas of buy side liquidity pool right here. So it means that there are retail stops resting above here, retail traders trying to buy, and institution will be trying to sell to those buy orders. All right, so we get to talk about retail versus institution traders later on. All right, so seeing this right now, I notice the hunt, then starts to go down to my lower time frame to look for a directional bias, like to look for an entry to identify that we need to go bearish. All right. So if you look closely on the 8-hour time frame, you can actually see that the what created the impulsive move that hunted this high is a demand, a bullish order block, and that's what we have right here on the 8-hour time frame. All right. So we keep refining. Let me quickly run down to the 2-hour time frame, and we take a closer look at that on the 2-hour time frame. All right. So if you want to refine on the 2-hour time frame, I don't know why most of us we choose this as an area of demand, but me on the other hand, I say that as area of sell stops and not an area of demand. Anyways, that's by the way. So price traded higher, we hunted this high and grabbed liquidity from the higher time frame areas where we have in the buy side liquidity pool. So the first thing I noticed was the demand on the lower time frame that was first violated before the major one, and that was this one right here. All right, so on the 1-hour time frame, the first demand that was violated was this one, right, before we finally get to see price hunting stops on this low. And when it hunted that stops, you could notice that what it did was creating liquidity. So we have sell side liquidity pool right here and area of support right there. So this is a very clean confirmation that price violated an area of demand, creating a change of character. And when we talk about structure, we talk about this high, we talk about this low, we talk about this high, we talk about this low. We have a failed high, price traded lower, we reverse backwards to areas where we have in sell side imbalance, we have the fair value gap, and price trade lower, violating the demand zone and creating liquidity. All right, so you go back to this, you actually see right here. So I was now on the 30 minutes to look for the confirmation entry and to be sure about the analysis. So run it down to the 30 minutes right now, and we will get to that. All right, so this is the structure, very clean and clear. The demand high, low, failed high. So we label that as our failed high right here. we have this failed high. All right, and remember, I don't go below 30 minutes when I'm analyzing boom and crash. All right, I always stick with the higher time frame because of the candlestick patterns, you know, like the way the candlestick looks like. So we stop at the 30 minutes. Okay, so when we had the pullback, we traded into a fair value gap, which balanced an order block right here, this last bullish candle before price traded lower, and it created a supply, right? So remember, I said I validate an order block if its next candle hunts the high of the order block. You understand? Like, this is the order block, and the next candle hunted it, so I validate that as the order block. And due to the fact that it traded into imbalance and not liquidity, so it's a very, very clean confirmation for me. And choose the last candle as the area supply. Now, after marking out your POIs, the next thing you should do is identifying your liquidity assessment. So my liquidity assessment is the retail stops right here. You could possibly say we have an area of resistance. So we have the Fika zone, which is the liquidity pool above this high. So that means that the institution will have to go take that liquidity and sell those to those who are trying to buy. So now, since you have your liquidity assessment below your point of interest, your order block, your bearish order block, we also have this inducement right here, and then the draw to liquidity is this area right here, and then my target was this one right here. So what really happened? Price trade higher, take the liquidity, mitigates the area of supply, and we deliver downwards to where we are right now. And where did it go to? It go to the daily time frame areas where we're having the sell side liquidity pool, and bam, it hits it, and then we have that reversal right here because it took liquidity and created liquidity, which is support. So yeah, that is very easy. That is just the breakdown on the says on Crash500. Yeah. So also, my course is available on Udemy, Smart Money Concept, Algorithm Prediction in Trading, and it is very, very cheap right here, just 4,500, and you can purchase that. That is like $4.5, very, very cheap. And yeah, we still have more coming up, and we are also trying to build an app for traders to, you know, I won't tell right now. It is being launched. So we were thinking, I think it will be launched on December, or probably be launched on January next year. It depends. Yeah, it just depends on that. So yeah. So see you guys later on. Take care and be safe.